Hi, everybody. Today is Wednesday, September 20th, and this is a Zoom lecture for ES 2110 statics. And as you can probably tell, I am Zooming from my office. The classroom was occupied and no students were physically present, so I decided I would make it easy on the occupants of the classroom and I would just move over here. So it's actually going to be a pretty short lecture today, but I want to encourage you to get a hold of me if you have any questions. All right, so first of all, what I would like to do is to share our class page with you. That is just a moment, please. Here we are. There we go. All right, so our class page over here is basically our guide for our journey through statics, as you know. And today on September 20th, you should be watching lectures 12 and 13. It's our 13th day of class, and we have just completed homework number 2 and quiz number 1. So if you go down here further to lectures 12 and 13, you'll see that we are currently then working in chapter 3. And in chapter 3, we get into a little bit more of the forces and moments and sort of the, I don't know how to describe it, sort of the nuts and bolts of how to do systems of equations. And we start talking a little bit more about transmissibility and some other properties of vectors. All right, so on lectures 12 and 13, we're going to be down here continuing through, and we're going to be working on section 3.2 and section 3.3. So we're going to be talking about couples and force systems, force couple systems. So basically, the short answer to this before you do the math is a couple is a particular kind of a force system, and it's very specific. It's two forces that are parallel to each other, that are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. For that reason, if you think about it, when you do summation of forces in whatever that direction is, turns out to be 0. So the net force of a couple is 0. However, there is a moment. It has a tendency to spin something. So when we start talking about couples, the important thing to realize is that is exactly how specific it is. So in other words, sometimes as a student, it's easy to forget that we're talking about this extraordinarily specific case. If it's anything else other than two parallel forces equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, it's not a couple, right? So the other thing is that you can express different force couple systems, or you can express different force systems as being a couple and an additional force. The reason for that is that a force, if there is a net force, you need to express that separately from the couple. But any sort of a moment that can be expressed as a couple is a free vector, meaning that it's applied. It's the same regardless of where it's applied on that structure. So there's some flexibility in viewing force systems as a couple plus an additional force. So when you start working through the math, you may find some wrinkles and some questions that you have, and I am here to answer those questions for you. So if you have anything that comes up during your studies of force couples and couples, please let me know, and I will be happy to assist you. In the meantime, when we go back and take a look at our Moodle page again, you can see that this Friday we are actually going to be meeting, she says, face-to-face or Zoom, and the topic is lecture 14. On Monday, the homework for chapter 3 is due, so make sure that you get a hold of me if you have any questions or problems. All right, I hope you have a great day. Nice short lecture, and we hope I will hope to see you on Friday.